Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my castle of confusion. I'll tell you what, it's blooming nice weather today. It's really, really good. And it's always nice when you get nice weather. So with nice weather comes nice games, and this is from Retroworks, which we're all familiar with because Retroworks rocks. And this is Brunilda, which is absolutely... well, you'll see, because, well, that's the whole point of the channel, isn't it, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So you can choose different languages for this game. Obviously, we are picking English. Look how cute this is. Absolutely, I love this already. I haven't even played much of it yet. So, yeah, I have loaded it up, and I've had a little sort of wander around, but nothing to get used to it. And, well, we're going to get used to it together, so here we go. Yeah, so this is on the MSX, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was originally produced on the ZX Spectrum, a version I have not looked at yet, but I thought I'd have a look at the MSX because I haven't really looked at much on the MSX, really. We've got another MSX game coming later in the week, which is Pac-Mania, as you're probably familiar with the arcade version of that. The MSX version was released, and we'll be looking at that as well. So, a couple of MSX games for you this week. But we thought I'd kick it off with this little sort of adventure type game. It's got some really good, like, Legend of Zelda overtones to it. Just the sort of the isometric views and all that kind of thing, overhead stuff. It's just really well put together. You can see here that we have two guys at the moment. I don't know whether that's going to continue or not. The only thing that I'm finding a little bit frustrating is sometimes he gets in the way, but you know, we'll carry on, not a problem. So you can read all of these signs on the road, a bit Pokemon-esque if you like, and you can talk to all of the guys in the village. You can see here I need to move him out of the way. The only way you can do that is to kind of move round him, and then he kind of shuffles himself out of the way. But nice graphics on this game, really, really cutesy, quite a bit of detail as well. So I like the fact that when you do talk to someone, you get a character portrait and you can see who you're talking to. The main character is really, really nice. We're playing with the guy in the blue hood, by the way. The guy on the right-hand side is not the guy with the hood on, but there's a guy sitting at the table to the right hand. He's a bit of a drunk and he likes to stir a little bit of trouble up. But we're going to ignore him because we don't need to be talking to him right now. I don't think he's got anything intelligent to say anyway, but there we go. So yes, we're playing as Fray Gonzalo, and I think they're supposed to be like monks or something. But yeah, so yeah, he just spouts off whatever the innkeeper's just said. He kind of repeats it, but you can go out and adventure around as much as you like. So we're going to go and do that now. But it's really, I don't know, it's really well put together. I like the fact that there's quite a bit of space on the map as well, so you don't actually get stuck even if you try. There's the I guess he's the priest. We're going to try and find somewhere to stay because night is drawing in. Now, obviously this is one of those games where it's a lot of it is sort of looking around, trying to find objects that's going to help you out. Little puzzles to solve as well, which is always a nice thing. If you're a puzzle game fan, you're going to love this, by the way. And it's quite a big game, so it'll keep you entertained for quite a long time, and I would thoroughly recommend it if you are in that kind of genre. If you haven't played any kind of games like this before, this is probably a good way to start. And if you've never played Legend of Zelda before and you're wondering what the hell is that, well, go and check it out and you'll find out it's very similar to this. But this is really nice. One thing I am going to draw attention to is the music in this game is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Very atmospheric, and it changes depending on where you are as well. So you've got different locations. The music will change as to where you are and where you go. Again, that's a really nice touch. Quite like that. So when you go into a church, you do get sort of this little religious type music going on, and you get different music in forests, different music where we started out, for example. But you'll pick up on that as we go. I'm not putting the volume down too much, so you'll be able to hear it underneath what I'm saying. And obviously, if I do run out of sort of review stuff, I'll pump the volume up at the end and give you some unedited footage there, if you see what I mean. So I haven't got me talking over the top of it. So that will be for you. So yeah. What we do basically is we are now going to head down to the dining room. Now, your friend here seems to have a real problem with uneasy feeling. and maybe we should be taking heed of him, but we don't. We just pass it off as him having a bit of the jitters. But here we are, and now we basically, you get these little segments here that separate the game in, and it just builds the story as we go. That's really nice. So there's all these different characters as well, which is nice. So it's not you're not just a character on an empty road, is what I'm saying. You've got lots of different people that you can communicate with, talk to, build the storyline up. You can investigate as much as you like as well. If the game doesn't want you to go somewhere, it won't let you, but it does it in a subtle way, which is even better. So graphically, I've got to say, this game's stunning. Love it. All the colours and the little animations are just absolutely adorable. So that gets it a massive plus. I absolutely love it. Even the look, there's the clock, pendulum, and the fire in the hearth there, which is really nice. You can explore all the rooms in this mansion as well, which is cool. It really gives that sort of retrospective being able to explore without somebody coming in and chucking you out. I'm actually in the housekeeper's room right now, which is a bit rude. So there's a little clue there, but he doesn't need to wear the housekeeper's clothes at this point. Oh, so we're into chapter 2 now. If you do feel that you want to just continue on, you feel free to use my passwords. This is quite nice because obviously there's no save facility, but you do have passwords. You can just resume where you left off, which is really quite nice. I do like that, but it will do it at the start of every chapter. So if you're looking to save your game, do it at a point where your game is going to go into the next chapter, and then you get your screen with your password. Remember to write it down, or screenshot if you're on emulator, whatever you want to do. Make sure you've got a copy of that password. So that gives it another thumbs up, actually, the fact that they've actually put a password system in. I can see here that your little friend is fallen mysteriously ill, so we must find a witch, which is fun. A which is which way is which kind of thing. So yeah, there's lots of different things in this house that are a bit creepy. There's a human skull. It's pretty much the definition of a horror house, isn't it? So we're now in the sort of basement area, wine cellar, whichever way you want to look at it. But lots of detail in here. You've got books on the shelves, potions on the table, that sort of thing. I really, really like this. Really enjoying this game. This is a game that I could get lost in, to be quite honest with you. And as you know me, that's not difficult. Anyway, so sounds incredible. Love the music in this game. I could just sit and listen to this all day. So the fact that you can actually listen to this fantastic soundtrack as you're wandering around is even better. Oh, look at this. I think is this the kitchens? We might be down in the kitchen area. Lots of booze there, or could be olive oil for all we know. But that's quite nice. But there's the housekeeper there. Look, and she's going to give us anything fun? Oh, cool. She's given us a chicken. Excellent. So you can see the inventory system down in the bottom right-hand corner. I do believe the bottom left is your health, and then obviously you've got your knapsack next to it, which has got all your items in. Now, to pick up items, you just walk over them, assumedly. We'll find out soon, because we're going into the forest in a minute to try and find this witch person. But we're going to investigate the gardens and stuff first, see if there's anything useful out here. Oh, there's a shovel. So, yeah, just run over items and it picks it up for you automatically and puts them into your bag. Don't worry too much about using them. I don't know how to use items at this point. I'm guessing it's the fire button when you find something appropriate. But it's absolutely wonderful. You can hear the music now. It does change depending on where you are. I'm just blown away by the entire experience of this game. It is only one player, but that's no bad thing, as you're aware. One players are good. I wouldn't even say that you'd need to turn-based this with friends, because it's just one of those games that you need to play on your own, realistically. And I think you will enjoy doing so. It doesn't strike me as a loner's game. You can do as much or as little as you like, and there's no, you don't get bored doing it, which is even better. Boredom in games means the game has failed somewhere down the line. But yeah, if this is your kind of game and it looks your kind of game, then I would go and get it. It is a free download, though you can give the developer, as much or as little as you would like, I do believe, and go and do it, because, well, why not? Why wouldn't you? It's fabulous. So difficulty. Sorry, let's go with replay value. Well, of course, replay value is going to be in there because it's one of those games that you're going to want to play again and again and finish it. You know, so you're always going to come back and load it up unless you are hardcore and you do it in one sitting. Then at least you've got the option with the passwords to be able to come back to it and play another time. So there's your replay value, and playability is so simple that there's no reason why you wouldn't want to come back to this and give it another go and keep coming back and playing it again and again. Even if you complete it, I suppose you would still come back to it. I think it's one of those games I would enjoy playing over and over. I mean, at the end of the day, how many games did we play back in the day where we completed them and then put them back in the machine and played again? Just because the games were fun. And this is where this game really highlights for me, is the fact that it is fun. And it's just really, really well thought out. Obviously, there's lots of shops and things that you can go into. There's lots of buildings that aren't available to you, but that's not really a problem. So what age rating would I say this was appropriate for? Well, pretty much any, to be honest with you. You know, for more experienced players, you've got a little bit of thought processes to put into this as to where to go and everything else. If you're a younger player, then I suppose you could just let them loose with the controller and let them wander around. It really doesn't matter at this point. I haven't seen anything nasty that can kill you yet. Okay, so you can't leave the village, so you've got to stay within this area, which is good. But there's plenty of wandering around and exploring to do for the younger generation. If they want to do that, that's fine. But for you completionists out there, you're going to want to spend some time, get to know the map, maybe even plot out a map if you've got the time and inclination to do so. I would say that's probably a good thing. And realistically, we're coming to the end of what I would say are the key points of the game. And I really hope you've enjoyed this. This has been an absolute pleasure. And well done to Retroworks. This is literally a work of art. I will be looking at the Spectrum version as well at some point. Not too soon, because I don't want to put too much emphasis on one game too much with different systems. But I will cover it at some point in the future, and you guys will have a chance to check out what the differences are, as will I. But I think that's probably going to be wrapping it up for about now, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for joining me on this Retro Revival show, and I hope the weather's nice where you are and you're lapping it up, because why wouldn't you? But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed Brunilda on the MSX. Go out and get it. I'll put a link in the description for you to go out and grab it yourselves. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments how you get on. And yeah, look, see, we've changed scenario here now. We're in a completely different zone. So on that note, I'm going to leave it for a couple more minutes for you guys to check out with the volume pumped up slightly, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So until next time, when I return with another game, which won't be too far away, to be honest, ladies and gents. If you look for the community section on our on our YouTube channel, you will see there are 3 games, this being one of them, Pac-Mania being another, and then there is a third game, which obviously I'm going to try and get all 3 of those done this week for you. But until then, my friends, you keep it retro and enjoy the game. Until then, ta-da!